Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Watch Dogs, and thank you for watching. Watch Dogs is an open-world, third-person action shooter stealth game, guys, and a bazillion other genre tags that you can wrap up into one in this game, guys. Now, from my shy 10 hours I've spent with the game, guys, this game really reminds me of a mixture of, Batman Arkham Origins, or the Arkham series, I should say, and GTA, and it has a little bit of Assassin's Creed thrown in there, but we're going to talk about more of that kind of stuff in a bit, guys. Watch Dogs released in March 2014, which makes this a year-old review. Why am I doing a year-old review, you ask? Well, that's because one of my awesome subscribers gifted me this title, guys. So huge shout out and thanks to Buick Boy for a chance to check out this game, guys. Watch Dogs was developed and published by Ubisoft. You can go ahead and get Watch Dogs on Steam for $39.99. It's also available a whole bunch of other places, GameStop, Humble Bundle, a whole bunch of other places you can find this game. It was released just about everywhere. Now, if you've never seen a AAA, there's a couple things you need to know. One, this game is very vast. It's a large game. There's a lot of aspects to cover. If I don't touch upon everything, please don't shoot me. Two, I'm going to be a little bit more harsher with this game than I am with other games usually. AAA titles have millions and millions of dollars poured into them. They have hundreds and hundreds of people working on them. So I don't hold them to the same degree that I hold indie games to. I'm a little bit more nicer to indie games, a little bit more forgiving when it comes to indie games. With the Watch Dogs specifically, I'm going to be a little bit more harsh, and you may pick up on that. So guys, this game has stealth elements, it has silent takedowns, and then you have like driving and gunplay of GTA. There's a lot of things I like about this game. There's a lot of things I don't like about this game at the same time. There's a couple things that make me scratch my head, that make me go, huh. So we're going to start off with the graphics, and we're going to be talking about the graphics for quite a while here, so you might want to go ahead and skip ahead just a tiny bit. I might even put a little annotation here if you want to go ahead and skip ahead to the gameplay. Now, there was a whole lot of controversy when it came to the graphics of this game, and there's still a little bit of issues when it comes to the graphics of this game. But in general, I think a lot of people came into this game making a big mistake, and that was comparing this game to GTA. I think a lot of people made automatic comparisons that aren't necessarily fair. I think this game, matter of fact, gets too much hate in general. And it's one of the things I dislike. I just don't like the fact this game gets so much hate. It's not a shitty game. It has a lot of cool things about it. It has a lot of good ideas. It just has its faults. It's as simple as that. So we're going to go ahead and start with the display functions here. And this is kind of the main culprit of the graphical issues when it comes to this game. The game has issues with its frame rates. It's not optimized. And it just, in general, is not... It could be running better on a PC. I think it was aimed for the console market, and it really does show. But, I mean, there is a lot of options here for you to play with, which is what I do like about that as well. You have a whole lot of graphics manipulation, a whole lot of V-Sync and buffered frames and anti-aliasing, a whole shit ton of graphic manipulation running here. I'm not going to let you tell you that my computer is a beast. It's not running, Titan, NVIDIA graphics cards here. But it's fairly okay. I mean, it runs most games at, high or medium settings without even much of a problem. For some reason, this game is just, it has issues with big time. And I'm not the only person who's had issues with this game. And I think the main culprit lies right here in the GPU max buffered frames. When I had this thing up to 3, it ran like a freaking slug, to be just brutally honest with you. When I dropped it down to 1, though, I noticed all of my issues disappeared. And the game kind of smoothed itself out. I'm not sure why, but it's something to keep in mind. This game just has optimization issues. Even after a year of it being out, it still has optimization issues. But graphics-wise, it's pretty decent. I like the way the game looks. The characters' facial expressions could be a little bit more detailed. Sometimes they have like a lack of emotion on their faces, which is a little weird for a game that came out a year ago. But you do have graphics manipulation quite a bit. You have manipulation, and there's 4 different difficulties here. There's online features here that you can basically have on. I'm going to turn that off for the purposes of this video. You'll have, that's fine. Yes, I'm sure. We're going to turn on online invasions right now because there is a multiplayer aspect to this. It's a little bit like Dark Souls. You kind of invade other people's worlds, and then you can kind of like hack them and get information. There's notoriety points, all the kind of good kind of stuff there with its multiplayer. We're going to talk about multiple issues. We're going to go through basically issue by issue, basically, trying to make this as structured as possible because it's a vast, complex game, guys. The game does feature controller support, guys. I would say partial controller support, aiming towards the Xbox 360 crowd. I did manage to get my Logitech controller working with the Xbox 360 CE program. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. It does work, and I was very happy about that. I don't think there's any rebindable keys. Oh, yes, there's customizable controls. Yes, fantastic. I like that aspect to it quite a bit. I don't think you can rebind these keys, though. Yeah, totally Xbox controller. For God's sakes, that is an Xbox controller right there. But yeah, it does have controller support, which is very nice. It has rebindable keys. If you have to use it with your keyboard and mouse, you do have that option available to you. You have audio languages, subtitles on, and music sliders. Now, there is licensed music in this game for the purposes of this video, because I don't want to get it in trouble with anybody. That's going to be off, guys. And that kind of covers all of the options here, guys. Now, there is no Steamy goodness with this game. There's no Steam cards, no Steam achievements, because it is attached to Uplay. It's one of the things I don't really like about the game. But you earn Uplay points, and third-party content in general is very annoying. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and actually get into the gameplay now. And like I said, I want to approach this game kind of issue by issue, good thing, bad thing, good thing, bad thing. And this is just going to be kind of me driving around and just kind of screwing around as I kind of move through the game here. So the first thing we should talk about is the UI. The UI is really well, I think it's very minimalistic. It's very well done. I enjoy it quite a bit. There's a mini-map on the bottom right here. And then there's like a charge bar on the bottom left, which shows you your amount of charges you have with your phone, basically. Apologies for that, guys. Apparently Windows had something it wanted to tell me. But yeah, I was talking about the game, guys. It's very minimalistic UI. One thing I will say, though, is that when like you enter a combat situation, I have absolutely no idea where the health is. I think it's on the bottom right, but the UI is never really explained to you. Matter of fact, I will say the game has kind of a lack of tutorial. It kind of just expects you to just know what you're doing, kind of from playing other open world games, which can be a little bit frustrating at times, but it's not a big deal. So that kind of covers the UI, guys. We're going to go ahead and check out the hacking now, which this game basically is a huge aspect. You can kind of hack the planet. And every time I play this game, it reminds me of Hackers, because you can hack just about everything. And there's a really cool aspect to it. As you can see, basically every time I press this little button here, which is my one button, but it'd be your square or X button on your phone, you basically can kind of see what's going on around you, basically from all aspects. You can basically kind of profile people, see if what they're what they're doing, if they're criminals. You can also hack certain people, like take their bank account, their money in their bank account. All sorts of crazy stuff you can do here by hacking. So I'm gonna hack this light right here and cause a massive accident. Why? Why not? Right? I mean, I can do that. That's one of my powers. And that's just one of the examples. I really hacking major things like streetlights or things like that's going to cost you a charge on your phone. And that's just, hacking is really cool. I like that aspect. You can just take a quick glance around and gather information, gather, unlockables and all sorts of stuff you can find by actually hacking. So like, for instance, this chick's rich bank account, I just robbed $4,000. So I can actually go to an ATM now and withdraw that $4,000 for myself. Now, as you can see, we got a little mission here, and these kind of randomly pop up. There's lots of missions in this game, but I want to show you this because this is kind of an important aspect of things. Well, it's not necessarily that important, but it is an aspect of things, I should say. We're going to come over here.
Look at that guy.
Shut up, man. I'm trying to save lives. Okay, cool. Now we're going to start moving here on foot. We basically have detected a crime with our phone.
He's got to be close.
Which I think it's right over there. I'm sure it's that guy. Either it's this guy behind the box here. We're going to go... Yeah. Well, we got spotted. Son of a bitch. The controls in this game are issues here. Well, if we had accomplished that mission, by the way, we would basically gotten kind of morale or popularity points. I've heard exactly what it's called. But basically, you kind of have like a morality system. As you kill people, let's go ahead and kill some random person here. Hey, sorry, lady. You can see my reputation went down just now, right? If I were to accomplish that, if I'd have done that,
Emergency, please. Listen, there's somebody shooting. You gotta get out here.
if I'd have done that, I would have actually gained reputation points. And it would have basically kind of given me experience points and give me boost and stuff like that. It would have been really, really neat. I'm going to try to escape this area. As you can imagine, the cops are going to start looking for me now. Because I just brutally murdered somebody. It's really not that difficult to get away with. And there really isn't that many consequences, another thing, which is kind of weird. Oh, they're trying to find me, man. Why am I stuck? I'll never know. Ah, there we go. We got away with it. Oh well, there you go. We evaded the police scanner. We got some experience points, which basically gave us a skill point, which we'll talk more about a bit. Basically, like I said, you can kind of hack the planet. You can kind of get these morality points. Now, basically, all that really does is just kind of... it gives you experience points. It doesn't really affect the gameplay. Like, I had mine completely filled up. I was known as a vigilante. It didn't really affect anything. So, it's there for you to do, but it's not necessarily anything that's going to matter all that terribly much. It's just something to do. So it's just one of those things that I like, but also I wish it had a little bit more of importance. It had more of a relevance. Also, the character has a little bit of a disconnect, and that's one of the things I will say that I kind of dislike about the game. The character has a little bit of a disconnect when it comes to the game. For instance, I just shot somebody. Oh, now I'll go solve a crime, or I'll go do some sort of mercenary mission, or something to that effect. I don't know what the character is. Is he a criminal? He is very confusing, to say the least, because he just... Oh, here we go. Example of, I'm going to stop a crime right now. Come here. I will shoot you in the knee. Come here. Damn, that guy's fast. We're going to chase this guy down. And then we're going to do a takedown by pressing B. Unless we can't catch him. That always is a possibility. There we go. Got him. Bah! There we go. Now we just got a criminal neutralized. We basically got some points. And we gained some reputation, as you can imagine. And again, it's cool that that's there. It's just, I wish there was more of a benefit to doing that. So what do you do with your experience points? Well, let's go ahead and... whoops, I didn't mean to pull out my gun. That was a mistake. If you basically press up on your D-pad, it gives you access to your smartphone menu, which gives you access to a whole bunch of neat stuff. Aside from skill trees, you get access to the multiplayer aspect, things that Dark Souls invading other people's world thing. You can get a car on demand, which allows you to order a car basically anywhere you want nearby, like for instance, like so. I'll just choose one. You can also buy them. You can unlock them by hacking people. So now I have a vehicle nearby if I want to access that. But again, you can also access the skill tree, which allows you to upgrade your character in many, many different ways. So, for instance, you can upgrade his hacking, which, as you can see, I've kind of gotten all the things I can unlock right now. It's going to get more and more advanced as you get deeper into the game, as you can imagine. But I can go ahead and grab this, for instance, which costs 1 skill point. And now I basically have access to most of everything that I can basically get access to at this point in the game. But you basically can rack up more skill points, kind of build a character whatever way you want. Eventually you'll imagine you'll get everything, but at least it gives you a little bit of customization and control of your character. I really like that aspect. I wish there was more skill levels. I wish there was levels in general in most open world games. I think it would be kind of neat. There's also notoriety skills, or notoriety skills, I forgot how it's pronounced, but basically that's actually skill points you get from doing the multiplayer aspect of things, invading other people's worlds, getting hacking points, or killing people who are hacking you. Basically you get that from the multiplayer aspect and actually level that up as well. And that's all very well and good. It's all very well and neat. I like that aspect a lot. There's also, I should probably mention this, a mega shit ton of things you can do in this game, guys. And that's one thing I will say. The game offers you a lot of, things that you can do. Aside from side missions and mini games and, fixer quests and flashbacks and all sorts of stuff that you can do in this game. It's really kind of crazy the amount of stuff you can do in this game. But one thing I've found is that it doesn't necessarily encourage you to do those things. It's just there. It doesn't really, the best way to describe it is there's not necessarily too much of a reward for doing those objectives. It's there, it's great, and you should do those things because they're fun, but there's no reason to actually go out of your way to do it. There's no, hey, go do this because it'll give you benefits. It'll, you'll get this, this, and this, and this, and so and so. There's really no encouragement for you to go and do those things, which is a little bit strange. It can be a little bit, but that's just there. It's just that one aspect that I've noticed of things in the game. But yeah, there's all sorts of different kinds of missions. There's driving missions, protection missions. One thing I will say that drives me absolutely bonkers about this game, gang hideout. Sure, we'll go check that out. Never done that before. Is that you cannot, for the life of you, shoot your gun. You can see I'm going to hold down my L1 button here. That's going to bring up my weapons menu. You cannot, as you can see, shoot your freaking gun from your bike. You can hold down the trigger buttons as much as you like. You're not going to target anybody. And it just, you literally can only use your gun when you get off the bike, you pull it out, and then you can aim it. Now they're going to get all scared, start calling the police and stuff. But yeah, you can only use your gun when you get off of your vehicle. It's a little bit frustrating. And I don't really understand why. It also makes things really difficult, son of a bitch, when it comes to doing certain mission types. We're going to do this gang hideout thing while this is loading. This, I imagine, is just kind of like a mission just to take out a bunch of people. It'll show off the combat really well. The combat's okay. It's not necessarily my favorite aspect to the game. My bike is gone, son of a bitch. How far is that? Do I have to walk all the way there? No, I'm not going to walk all the way there. I'm lazy. Give me this car. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to infiltrate this hideout here and kill a bunch of gang bangers, if I had to guess. A bunch of gang members here, which is just fine. I don't mind. There's multiple ways we can probably approach this, though. If, for instance, we activate our little cell phone here, hopefully we can find something to hack. There's really not that many gang members here. What the hell? Okay, well, we're just going to go up here and activate this lift.
I think we got a problem here. Well, it ain't my phone. I'm going to check on it. Yo, I see you.
Take him down silently. Fantastic.
Come on, pussy. Let's see what you got.
He's down. Is that it? Is that all of them? What the hell? Oh, they're coming out of the woodwork now, aren't they? That's okay. He's down. So yeah, as you can see, the UI kind of changes when you enter combat. I'm not really sure where the health is. I think it's, like I said, it's on the bottom right there, but I don't know where in the hell the health is. And it's just one of the aspects of this game that can get a little bit frustrating. Trying to lure them out to me so that way I can use this thing to my advantage. I don't think I'm going to get the chance to kill these guys. Ow. There we go. We're going to want to hide, though. Jelly's covering the screen. Good God. So we took out a whole lot of them that way. Let's continue here. Where is he? Is he at the door? Where is he at? Headshot. It doesn't look like there's many more of them. So, like I said, the combat's pretty smooth all in all, actually. It could be better. I do think the gunplay could be a little bit more smoother. And sometimes I will say there's also kind of... I have to knock down the target. No problem. Fantastic. Done. There you go. So we got some experience. We got a weapon unlocked. We completed a mission. Fantastic. And they're all down now. You know what? Let's just kill him. There you go. He's dead. Why not kill him? Why not?
911, what's your emergency? Somebody's shooting out here.
Oh, for God's sakes. They called the cops. Oh, no. That's all right. We'll just run away.
Watch all units, CTOS scan initiated.
Oh, this is not good at all. We're probably going to get caught here. Because we're in the middle of that circle there.
CTOS scan completed. Suspect location is being distributed now.
Yep, sure is.
Copy that. A patrol car is en route to the suspect.
Which is going to bring me to my next issue, guys, which is the driving in this game. It's perfect that this is actually going to happen this way. Can I steal a police car? Jelly! Jelly's covering the screen. Driving in this game is kind of a pain in the ass, guys. It's just not... As you can see, I'm just spinning out of control. Aside from the fact I'm being hit, it's just... Driving in this game, I don't know what exactly is wrong with it. It just has serious, serious issues in this game. I'm going to start heading towards the water because I think they're afraid of the water. Driving just has serious, serious control issues in this game. It seems like every car is just kind of glued to the floor. It kind of feels like. Let's just drive off the road here. There we go. I heard cops don't like the water in this game. So all we're gonna do is just simply get in the water here, and we should
Units are en route to the suspect's location.
be able to get away. I'm gonna try to get to this boat over here. It's just kind of hilarious. By the way, if we were to attack cops, we would lose reputation points. You don't want to do that.
Your support is now inbound.
Can I please get in the boat? Get in the boat.
Be advised.
Whee!
Patrol car is dispatched after the suspect.
You'll never catch me, coppers! Just driving in this game just has issues. But, I mean, all in all, it's fine. It's just something you kind of have to get used to. And you do get eventually used to it. You definitely start learning which vehicles have better controls than others. Can I disable you? No, not yet. Eventually we'll be able to hack helicopters. Eventually we'll be able to hack helicopters. You can take care of these guys from following you. I guess this guy's going to be a giant pain in my ass. Again, I would love to turn around and shoot that light out. But, I can't do that for some reason. I can just not aim my gun to save my life. Which, again, is very frustrating. But, you know, that's just something you kind of have to accept when it comes to this game, guys. And all the game is really fun. I will say the game has a lot of neat issues, a lot of cool things about it. I like a lot of the aspects of this game.
Be advised. A high-powered patrol car has been sent to his location.
Looks like we should be able to escape. There we go. We escaped. Huzzah. We got that done. We're going to get some points for that. Fantastic. As far as bugs go, or all that kind of thing goes, guys, there's kind of some weird bugs here and there. The game just has glitchy issues, performance issues, that I don't really know how to necessarily fix. I just think it's because the game just has optimization issues in general. So it just takes some getting used to. But it runs just fine once you actually get it to a point that you can actually get it to run. I'm going to turn this boat around and get off. So I think that gives you kind of a quick example of what the game's like, guys. The combat, you know, the hacking aspect to it is really well done. Like I said, I just wish there was just certain issues here that just would take the game from, you know, okay to amazing. As far as like the main character goes, he has, like I said, like a little bit of lack of personality. I don't know if he was neutral or if we're aiming for him to be good. He just has issues in general as a character. I'm heading towards a hideout here, by the way, just to show you what that's like also, which is kind of neat. So this is a hideout. You guys come in here and you can rest, save your game, check out audio logs, all that cool kind of stuff, guys. It's a cool game. It has a lot of cool things, aspects to it, like, you know, guns and clothing customization, all that good kind of stuff. But then it has other issues, guys. Like I said, it has like a little bit of a lack of personality. The main character is a little bit hypocritical. You know, he's, you know, stopping crime and then robbing bank accounts 1 second, or driving over people and killing gangbangers. Sometimes it just doesn't make much sense of what he's doing. Another thing that I kind of have an issue with is that the parkour button, which is the B button, is also the takedown button, which is kind of silly because there's just certain times where you'll be aiming to take somebody down and then you'll end up inevitably jumping up over them and then getting shot in the face, which is kind of ridiculous. But there's other things I really like about this game. Like there's multiple ways to approach missions, which is another thing I like. There's this one mission that I actually got into where I had to kind of break into this one place and hack this one particular tower. And then actually I tried using brute force when I first tried to do that mission, but I kept dying over and over and over again. Because again, I don't have many great guns. I don't have really all that much to my character. But what I actually found was that I could actually use the camera system to my advantage. And I actually accomplished that mission by simply just kind of just using the hacking skills. And I thought that was really neat. I accomplished the entire mission in a non-violent way. And I thought that was really cool. I really liked that aspect. Plus it has this hacking mini game in it. And basically kind of lets it's kind of silly, the hacking game, but it's fine. I didn't mind it one bit. You have to like move these parts around and all that good kind of stuff. It was just one aspect of the game that I thought was really, really freaking neat. I liked that I could beat the game without having to do something violent, or at least accomplish the mission without having to do something violent. It was just one really neat aspect of the game that I enjoyed quite a bit. I really enjoyed the hacking. I think it's very well done. There's just certain other things here in the game that just needs fixing, that needs just just to alter a little bit, just a little bit more optimization of the graphics. But to be honest with you, it's been a freaking year now, so that's probably not going to happen at this rate. Which is sad, because I think that this game gets a lot of crap for a game that is actually pretty good. It has a lot of neat ideas. It just is held back by certain aspects of the game itself. The driving holds the game back a little bit, and that's a huge portion of the game. You have to take down people with a vehicle. It just doesn't always work out very well. The shooting is okay. It could be a little bit better as well. The graphics issues, the freaking FPS drops need to be fixed, guys. But there's a lot of things I do like about the game. There's just a lot of neat things to do in this game. There's playing mini games. There's going on trips which are kind of like digital, like wonderlands. There's a lot of neat aspects to it. It just needs optimization. It needs fixing, and it's been a year now, and I don't think that's going to happen. Is the game crap? No. The game has a lot of cool potential, has a lot of good ideas here, and it accomplishes a lot of those ideas in really cool fashion. But it's held back by certain issues here and there. Multiplayer, it's good. I think it's a neat idea. Again, I haven't explored it too terribly much. I can't really say too much about it. But I think it's a really neat idea. I enjoy the aspect of playing hide and seek kind of in plain sight, guys. So I think that's kind of everything I have to say about the game, guys. There's a lot of things that are cool about this game. There's a lot of things that are need fixing. It's a good game. I think it's kind of being picked on. I think a lot of people came in here with a lot of expectations. They should probably set their expectations a little bit lower. Maybe they should be a little angry. They have a right to that as well. You know what I mean? Because it is a game that was, millions of dollars, a lot of hype built up for it. It's hard to say, guys. But in all, I enjoyed my experiences with it. I enjoy the hacking, and I'm kind of curious to see where the story goes. Even though so far the story hasn't really been all that explained. Pretty much at all, actually. But either way, guys, I just want to say big thanks to Buick Boy for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys, and I'll keep bringing you awesome games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up that tip jar if you're feeling generous of heart. All tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways. Till next time, guys, play more indie games.